Welcome again.
Welcome to the. You know what it is. You know what it is, dog. You know what the fuck
tell
it
you what
is.
it is.
I don't have to tell you what the fuck it is.
It's the motherfucking MOSHCAST with your boy Cy
And your boy LJ. That's who it is. You know who it is.
Episode 6. Revenge of
Number
the Sith. Wait.
6.
Return of the Jedi. That's a hell of a jam, dude.
I want to do ketamine. I want to put ketamine up my ass.
Without a baggie.
Sex, drugs, money, women.
Yo, sex, drugs, and rock and roll, all in front of your optical. Where's a pot your soul? Stuck it inside my pothole. I'm in my anus, yo. This is dope.
Hell yeah. This is how we start the podcast, right? Crazy.
We start off dancing.
Yeah.
If I wasn't confined to a chair, then I would be doing the worm.
The worm?
The worm.
What the fuck is up, guys?
Remember the fucking worm? Yeah. What's up, guys? He asked it first.
I asked it first. It's alright. What's up?
I'm running on 20 hours of no sleep.
No sleep whatsoever. LJ is going harder in the paint.
So, hour 20. No sleep. I've gone longer without sleep, so fuck it, man. I'm good.
Right.
I got
I was going to say, yeah. That song that you heard?
Uh-huh.
That's from, her name is Redelez. That's her name. She makes beats, she makes songs, she's starting this new album. It'll be her first album.
How do you spell that so I can type it on the screen?
Okay, so Redelez is Radellez. Redelez.
Remember that, folks.
Remember that shit.
Right here on the screen.
Right there on the screen, baby.
I'm putting timestamps down so I know where to insert shit. Because these videos, I didn't really insert much, so.
Right.
Expect shit to be inserted now. I'm a better editor than I was last week. I got enough caffeine in my veins to kill a crack horse, so we're good.
Right.
That's right, man. I'm killing crack horse right now with my blood.
So we have a little problem that little wheel on this chair.
Yep.
It's falling off. It fell off.
You're all like this now, all sideways.
So I'm just gonna have to deal with it. It's all right. It's fine.
I can trade you chairs. I'm a short dude.
Nah. Don't even worry about it.
I also have the steel chair. Oh my god.
Oh fuck the fucking steel chair, Triple H, and the fucking.
I'm gonna scrape into the microphone like a maniac. That's what 20 hours of no fucking sleep does to you, man. Why do you think astronauts go insane?
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
20 well,
never mind.
They're living up there by themselves, basically.
I was wired as a Chilean.
They can't go outside. They can't. It's in a pod basically for however long they're up there.
Actually, I think deep sea divers. Well, no, they sleep too. What the fuck? I don't know.
Dude, there's some stories about deep sea, not a small. Not. I don't want it to be a plug, but I guess I'm gonna have to because there was a podcast that I watched on Joe Rogan. The Joe Rogan's podcast, and there was a guy that was getting ready to be up in space. So what they do is they actually take you down underwater for 3 months or whatever. I don't know how long he was up down there. But the bathroom situation was that you have to swim to a destination, and it's kind of like a porta potty where you live in this fucking dome where there's air, right? Because it's complete. You're completely in water basically, and there's a dome where you live in. But if you want to go to the restroom, you have to swim to it, and then there's another dome where you breathe in that little porta potty. But your body is submersed into water because you're underwater anyway, so your waste will be decomposed and ate by the
decompressed. Yeah. Oh, never mind. Decomposed.
Yeah, decomposed with the fish and the crabs and shit. But the crazy shit about this is that fish tend to get used to knowing where the food comes from. So when you're taking a shit, there's going to be fish there.
Going to flay up your pooper scooper.
There was one time where the guy was telling a story. He had to go take a dump in the middle of the night, and it was basically it's already pitch black down there anyway. But he went to the restroom, and he was taking a dump, and you know you can feel fish and shit, you know, on your legs and stuff whenever you're doing your business. But he has a flashlight, and as he got done, he was gonna go swim back, and he flashed his he put his flashlight in the water, and he saw an eye as big as his fucking as a tire wheel.
Oh my god!
An eye.
The fuck was it? A whale?
The grouper, I think. Grouper.
That's crazy,
but he
man.
said that the fish's eye was as big as a tire wheel, dude.
Damn.
I was like,
that would scare me into shitting again.
I am not going into the fucking ocean if that shit's around.
The ocean already scares me as it is, because not only do you have sharks, which are basically the bears of the sea, but you got fucking like, you know, octopuses and squids. There was a colossal squid that had a bite out of it bigger than the mouth on the colossal squid.
Really?
Yeah, and they didn't know what the fuck
insane.
it was. No, it's a giant squid, because colossal squids are just fat, but giant squids are long as shit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And this had a bite out of it that matched its beak, but it was bigger. Like, a bigger squid ate that motherfucker.
Right.
Wow. Like, that's crazy.
I don't know. I don't hate the ocean because I think it's fascinating, but at the same time, I do not want to know what else is bigger than a whale that's in there.
Massive fucking props, though, to anybody who deep sea dives, because that shit is scary. And there's this thing I was listening to last night where they're talking about like accidents that happen in the deep sea and shit.
Right.
They said that like welders and shit who work on oil rigs, like on the ocean floor, like they wear these pressurized suits, and when they're coming up, they have to stop every once in a while and rest for 30 minutes so they don't get the bends.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
You go crazy down there because the
your
pressure,
body has to adjust the pressure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because the pressure and stuff, you start getting loopy. Yeah. Ooh.
The pressure, I think it is. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but like, I think your pressure of your suit, the inside of your suit, has to match the pressure outside. And if you rise up too quickly, then that pressure is offset, and you can basically, you know, get like not enough oxygen or too much oxygen, something like that.
Yeah, and you can get loopy and stuff. You can go crazy.
Yeah. That's crazy shit.
I learned that off that movie, 47 Meters Deep or whatever it's called.
That sounds about right.
Where they get stuck underwater because the sharks are trying to eat everybody, and they get stuck underwater. The cage goes down, and they're locked up in there. Learn about that in a movie. So that's where I get all my information, is movies that are fictional. You know? I don't know what the fuck I'm saying most of the time.
Have you ever watched the movie Deep Rising?
Um,
Watch it. It's fucking crazy.
I might have. I don't know.
I don't know if it's classified as a horror movie or a creature movie or a sci-fi movie. Anyways, it takes place in this downed vessel, and these bounty hunters go down there to retrieve a treasure on it.
Right.
And these fucking mercs or whatever go down there to stop them or some shit. I don't know. Anyway, some crazy shit happens. There's this monster on this fucking boat. I hate to spoil shit, so skip to...
Spoiler alert.
Skip ahead if you don't want to hear this.
Skip ahead until we stop talking about it.
Anyway, there's a scene in there, like, they use practical effects like a motherfucker.
Right.
They also use CGI, but, like, this is primitive-ass CGI.
Right,
Whatever.
right.
So, anyways, one of the scenes, it eats this dude, right?
Yeah.
One of the tentacles eats this dude, and then later on in the movie, they're shooting at this thing, and they split it open, and the fucking dude they ate earlier falls out, and he's still alive, and he's like... He's partially digested, dude. Like, he holds his hand up, and you can see through his fucking hand.
What
like,
the fuck?
The skin is gone on there, like, in certain points, and there's just, like, nothing there.
What the fuck?
It's fucking crazy.
Okay, what is it called?
Deep Rising.
Deep Rising? Okay.
Write it down, man.
I'm going to Google it right the fuck now. So
Deep Rising. Check it out, y'all. It's a shitty movie, but it's got some dope-ass effects. Deep Rising. Sounds like a porno name. I do not know.
1998 film.
1998.
Okay,
That was
I have not seen it. But it's right here. It's gonna be on my
8:30. There we go. Writing shit down.
Sweet.
You can call me a stenographer because I'm
How
writing shit down.
How you been, LJ? How's your week been?
Pretty good. Last night was a pretty rough night at work, but not bad.
Not bad. Not too crazy. Yeah, my days at work have been kind of crazy because, so, in my job, if I have days off, which is very rare, but if I do need days off, I have to make sure that my customers are okay with it.
I feel you.
And so I have to ask for those days off in messages. So what I do is I just print off these little notes and says, hey, I'm going to be gone for this and that. If you have any questions, fucking let me know. But the thing is like I get so used to a routine that when I do it, and I get my paper, I just fucking forget, dude. I'm a forgetful ass person.
Same.
And so Monday I get these done, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this tonight so that they have a week to prepare. Fucking forgot. I fucking forgot to write to roll them and shit. So I just today I rolled them. No, not today. Oh yeah, today's paper I rolled them, and I'm gonna leave tomorrow. So they get short notice, but yeah, it's just been crazy over there in the newspaper and shit.
But they always find somebody to deliver them when you're off, though, right?
Um, it, so I'll only be gone for 2 days, so it's not a big deal.
Okay.
If I'm gone more than a week or whatever, then I'll have somebody deliver my paper for me.
That's cool. All right.
So I have somebody set up to do the paper whenever my daughter comes, because I could not find a babysitter, because you know what, the economy sucks and they're expensive, and I understand, but I had to show them how to do my paper route, because whenever my daughter comes, I'll have to stay at home and do the paper like that. But
Right.
that's okay. That's okay. They're cheap. They're cheap labor. I don't have to pay them too much because I have to pay them, to do my route and shit. So
Dad's got to do what Dad's got to do.
Dad's got to do what you know what I'm saying. I don't know what the fuck that was.
So off camera, I was asking you questions about Psy, and I was
right.
I want to talk about rap names if that's cool.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I want to ask you, what does Psy stand for? Because I noticed there's periods in between the letters.
Right. Okay. So honestly, I can't. Okay, I'm going to tell you the backstory of Psy, and I don't even know how it came about. So whenever I found out that I was gonna do rap, I had written a song because I was in the metal. I was like into metal and rock and all that good shit, and I wanted to write a song. Well, whenever I wrote it, it sounded more like a rap than it did a rock song. That's what it was. It just ended up being that way. And I don't know if you. He's been around, but I used to flow to Mono Domini beats. He did that minute by minute, or what is it called? Eminem. Is it minute by minute? By Eminem?
I don't know. I know there's a song called Minutemen. I don't know. It's by 50 Cent though.
Anyway, I used to flow to his beats, and it just stuck. And then one day, Grim and Slim was like, "Hey, dude," because that on our street we just hung out with everybody, and Grim and Slim were a little older than me, and one day Slim just like texted me, he's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm just chilling at the house," and he goes, "Come to Grim's house. We're just chilling." And so I get there, and they're like flowing and shit, and they go, well, "Do you have a song, or do you want to flow?" And I was like, "Man, I don't fucking know how to flow, but like freestyle, freestyle."
Yeah.
And I was like, "I don't know how to freestyle." And they're like, "Well, do you have like songs or something?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got a song." And that was the first time I ever like showed somebody my music. And like, dude, that's fucking sick. That's fucking sick. I don't know if it was that no, it wasn't that one. What was I doing? What was that song that I did? Anyway, it's on my album. It's on my Dear Anxiety album. My first song's on my Dear Anxiety album.
Wow, that's fucking rad.
So we start constantly hanging out. We start constantly hanging out and shit. And they're like, then we start talking about making a fucking group, and that's where Mosh Pit Mafia came from. Because I started doing the Mosh Pit Mafia thing. That was my gig. I was like, I used to do like flows about like, moshing in the pit, Mosh Pit Mafia, get the fuckers off of you. I'm so high, aka Almighty Psy, and shit like that. And that came to play, and then I think my name came after Mosh Pit Mafia. And I wanted it to be something like fucking wild, and that's where Almighty came from. And then Psy, because people used to tell me that I look like Psy from Duck Dynasty.
I say that.
Yeah, and so they're like, "Oh, dude, you look like Psy. You should incorporate something like hillbilly or something, or fucking
Uncle
redneck,
Psy.
or something like weird shit." And I was like, Psy sounds pretty cool. And I was like, well, Almighty Psy sounds pretty dope. And then I was like, well, maybe I definitely need a backstory for it. So what I did was, um, I made it into an acronym. Is that what they're called? Acronyms,
Uh,
or
yeah.
so it's a acronym for sick in the good head, as in like I'm ill in an all right mind. Because like when I was growing up, I was just that white kid that was innocent to the world, and I was getting into this rap game, and I was getting into the music game, and then I started like finding my voice, and then I started like cussing and talking about some crazy shit in my songs. So it was like sigh sick in the good head, as in like it's becoming more ill,
That's fucking cool.
So that's where my name came from. Almighty Sigh.
Heard it from the horse's mouth.
Heard it from
that's
the
rad.
fucking stallion's mouth.
I love stuff like that. I love origin stories and shit.
Right.
And I think I might have mentioned mine. I don't remember if I did or not, or what story I told, because I don't watch enough, I guess. But anyways, my first rap name that I went by, when I first started rapping, I was in math class in junior high. I was 15.
Right.
And these kids had some downtime. There's a chick and like some guys, and the girl was freestyling. And I wasn't really paying attention. I was just fucking off writing in my notebook or whatever. And she goes, "Yo, LJ, bust a freestyle." And I'm like, "What?" She goes, "A flow." And I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Rap, fool." Now, at the time, I'd been listening to rap with my friend Leroy, who also got me into metal and stuff. And he had pumped a lot of Eminem and Nelly into me. So, like, yeah. So, I busted out Eminem's verse from Under the Influence. And right away, they were like, "Oh, that's Eminem." I was like, "Well, I don't know how to rap, so whatever."
Right. Whatever it is.
Later on, I think it was that week, we were at Roy Walker Gym here in Clovis, and we were playing basketball. We're walking out of the gym, and this kid goes, "Hey, man, you LJ?" I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "I want to challenge you to a rap battle." And Leroy's like, "Oh, shit." So they gather around. So I'm fucking around. I'm like, "All right, look, I'm a dog on a log sitting in a bog waiting for the fog." Busted out laughing. Of course, I don't care. Whatever. And this kid demolishes me. So I'm like, yeah, whatever.
No shit.
So I was like, maybe this rap thing is going to become like a more permanent fixture. This is in 2002. This is actually before 8 Mile came out.
Right.
Once 8 Mile came out, I was like, I want to battle. So then, like, I would battle kids at school. And sometimes I would lose, but there was this one cool kid named Shamel I would freestyle with.
Yeah.
And he kind of taught me how to, like, organize rhymes where, like, you have the rhyming word at the end and you build your way towards it. It's like telling a joke, but, I mean, with rhymes. And as I got better, I learned how to, like, to make sense of it all. So anyway, the first rap name I had was LSD, and it was supposed to be living sick dreams, like, indulging in fucked up fantasies.
Right.
Sort of like a serial killer or something. My friends immediately brought it to my attention. They're like, "Dude, you can't use that name." I'm like, "Why not?" They're like, "LSD, Lorenzo sucks." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I don't want to use that name anymore," which sucks because I had envisioned an album cover that was like a person's hand laying on carpet, and it was like the dead person or something, and they had pills everywhere and drugs, and it said overdose, and I was like, LSD, overdose.
Oh, that'd be shit.
That would be so sick. Tight, right?
That shit would be sick.
And I couldn't use it. I was like, man, fuck. So I tried thinking of another rap name. I was going to use Genesis, and I found out fucking Phil Collins had it. I was like, never mind then.
Also, Domo Genesis.
Yep, there's a lot of people use it. Sega. Fuck Sega. Sega. So, fucking went by my initials, LJ. It's my house name. So I was like, I'll just go by LJ. That'll be my rap name. And then my brother kept introducing me. By the way, I designed this same logo the exact same year, 2003.
Yeah.
So anyway, some shit happened, blah, blah, blah. Learned how to rap a little better. My brother gave me some CDs. Started hanging out with these cats who had their own studio called Lost Soul Records.
Oh, yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah. I'll get to that one of these days, if I haven't already. I have shit memory. So, what the fuck is it? Oh, yeah. My brother, Gelbert, kept introducing me as Lowdown. He'd be like, "Hey, what's up, Lowdown?" And I was like, "It's not my fucking name, dude. It's LJ. Come on, I was really riding this name. I was like, this is my fucking identity, you know?
For sure.
So, he keeps calling me Lowdown, and it's kind of pissing me off because I was like, it's like he's trying to give me a name.
Yeah.
And I understand he's trying, but I didn't like Lowdown at the time. I thought it was corny and overdone. So, anyways, one day his friend stops by and he goes, "Oh, I want to introduce you to my brother. This is Lowdown. He raps." And I was like, That actually sounded kind of fucking cool. All right, I take back half the shit I said about that name.
I'm gonna stick with it, I think.
Yeah, and so I Googled, of course I Googled shit back then, but like I looked up, like, we had Ask Jeeves, if you remember that shit.
Fuck.
And I looked up, no shit, I looked up Lowdown, LOW space DOWN, and it was like 1 million rappers with that name.
Right.
And I was well, fuck. What about LO space DOWN? Taken. LODOWN? Taken. Fuck! So I was like, LO apostrophe space DOWN. Not taken. That's my fucking rap name.
There you go. So the apostrophe matters.
The apostrophe matters. And what's cool now is that, like, since I like the suicide awareness stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I attempted it. Neva attempted it. Stuff. You know,
yeah.
a lot of people have attempted it. The semicolon, I think it is. Or
right.
Colon.
Right.
The colon represents, you know, like the story continues.
Right.
And the apostrophe kind of looks like it belongs with it, you know?
Right.
I thought it was pretty cool.
For sure. Hell yeah, man. That's why, like, whenever I do my rap name, like, I have to put the dots.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't like I don't like sigh. It's not just the word sigh. It's like it has more meaning to it. So I definitely get you on that.
Hey, I just thought of something. Your name has dots. Mine has the colon, or the apostrophe. It makes a fucking colon, dude.
Boom.
Suicide awareness. Look at that shit.
Suicide awareness. There
Fuck
you go.
Yeah.
Boom. And we were just talking about that last podcast and stuff, you know?
Hell yeah.
Oh, speaking of fucking, I know you're not on it, but I made a mosh talk.
How
TikTok.
dare you? How fucking dare you?
I did. I made a mosh TikTok, dude. I had to.
That's cool, man.
So all these
branch out. So.
Dweebs, you know, we'll see and shit.
I'm the YouTube guy.
I haven't got like too many comments, but I've like every video that I posted has gotten like almost 200 views.
That's cool as fuck.
It's only like 30 minutes, but it's like cool shit, you know. Like I'll throw one out.
Shit, man, I'm having trouble with my YouTube channels, the KBX and the LJ channels, but I haven't uploaded anything. But when I do, it's like in 1 month it gets like 4 views, and I'm like, cool, thanks.
I had an existential crisis like a few days ago because I was like, dude, what the fuck am I doing? Like, what am I doing with all this shit? You know?
Yeah.
Because like, I see the views that we get, and I see that people that I want to have that, like, I want the people that I want to see it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like I just don't want them to see. I want to branch the fuck out. You know?
Right.
And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, what the fuck? I'm just like sitting here waiting for somebody big enough to fucking hear us, you know?
Right.
So for it to blow up or whatever the fuck it's gonna do, and I just gotta be patient, you know?
I had this idea too. I came to a realization that if you measure yourself in views and shares and likes, like, that's shallow as fuck. Like,
right.
I mean, that speaks to other people saying, hey, this is how good this dude's doing. The fact that one person saw it speaks volumes to me.
Right, exactly.
You know, and
exactly. It's just like this.
That was amazing.
I do a whole bunch of like random shit. I can't play the music because I put music behind it. But like you're talking about Insane Clown Posse. I'm over here talking about the city morgue. You know, talking about
Fire.
Talking about what's his name, Lil Nas X.
Oh yeah.
And then we can play these, but I posted the songs on there.
Ah, Cairo the Chosen.
Yeah, Cairo the Chosen.
I seen his name on the website too.
Yeah. He has that little album. He actually has a hidden album that people don't know about. I wouldn't say it's an album, but it's a little EP that he did. It's not on the website. It's actually on his YouTube. So if you look up 9mm, you can find his stuff on his playlist. He has an actual EP on his playlists that he has.
Speaking of the website, who made the Amethyst stuff? Because I didn't see a name by it.
Yeah, Amethyst is Cairo.
Oh, okay.
That's Cairo the Chosen.
I thought that because I just saw it and I was like, "Is that Cairo?"
Yeah, it's Cairo. But like, look, I'll show you.
That's cool as fuck.
Let me show you.
Good.
But yeah, dude. What was like? When did you start rapping? Like, what year?
Started rapping 2002.
Dude, and I started rapping in like 2013. That's what, almost 10 years difference.
About yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
About 11 years difference, yeah.
And like I wasn't even into rap. That's the thing. I wasn't really into rap. Like, yes, I listened to ICP and stuff, but I wasn't like deep, heavy into it until I started rapping. And it was weird because like all my life I was like, I'm gonna be a drummer. I don't care where or how or what I'm gonna be playing. I'm just gonna be a drummer.
Same as a simple guitar.
And then all of a sudden it just popped up to where it was like you're gonna play, or you're gonna perform rap, or you're gonna write and shit.
I used to own this Casio keyboard, and I was actually like, I would make original arrangements on it.
Yeah.
And some of them I would add lyrics to. Others were just like, video game songs, or like there would be just like instrumentals.
Yeah.
And there was this one time I was thinking, like, I was like, man, I really want to work. I would like do a band thing, but I'm the only person I know that wants to do a band thing.
Yeah.
So rap was the easiest way to get into the music scene because you just had to be one person.
Right.
And so I learned how to make beats, and then I learned how to rap, and then I just combined the two. Boom.
Boom. Boom.
Yep.
Okay, so I don't think he put his name on here, but it's not Cairo the Chosen. He actually put the 9mm Beats production. He rapped in his songs, and the beats are from 9mm. You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense.
But it's called Big Bite. And if I'm not correct, I think it should be on the website, but it's hard to find. But you can find it on YouTube. This is his first little thing that he did. So I love his fucking rap. Like his flow.
It's chill.
Been a minute, dog, and it still ain't so new. Cooking all these beats like it's dope, call it salsa. Now rose dog, we don't need 100 salt. Just fucking with me, dog, catch a cold. Whoa, claiming you a bro, you a foe, you ain't know us. I was in the
saying, bro. Carol the Chosen, man, he's fucking dope on his fucking raps, man. He got more bars than a fucking gate.
Hell yeah, man. Check this shit out,
Which, by the way, Grim, a shirt, more bars than a gate, fool. I want it. I need it. I need it in my fucking closet, bro. More bars than a gate shirt, bro.
Check this shit out, y'all.
Check it out. Check it out.
Ha
Fire. Fire. Fire, fire, fire.
Promoting this shit. Promoting it.
But yeah, dude, like, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like, oh yeah, speaking of, okay, that's what I was gonna say. So I was on Facebook, I was scrolling and shit, and somebody that, he's my friend on Facebook, but somebody that I wouldn't expect to have like a opinion on rap music posted a fucking list, and it was like legends to not legends. And we've talked about this before. Yeah. We talked about what we think is legends and the greatest of all times or whatever.
Right.
Yes, the list had some not legends, people that I have never heard of, people that are just now starting in the game, that are not as big and probably won't be a great until like maybe 10 or 15 years from now, right?
Right.
But they made Lil Peep and Juice WRLD look like fucking chumps, bro, on that list. They were like, Eminem's a legend, and then they put like Juice WRLD, a fucking joke.
Wow.
Lil Peep fucking laughed my ass off. And it's like, dude, like,
I mean, it's everyone's opinion.
Yeah, it's everyone's opinion. Like, I completely understand, like, people have opinions on rappers and shit. But whenever you start looking into, like, the fucking community and the fucking power that they had behind them, like, you can't deny that shit.
My advice is, if you want to find out who has bars, go to Genius and look up their lyrics.
Right.
And sometimes they annotate the lyrics and point out specific sections that have certain rhyme patterns or that have history. And some, like, if you go to Eminem's shit, all of it is annotated. And they'll be like, look, here's a rhyme scheme where he goes A-B-A-A-C, A-B-A-A-C, and all of it fucking rhymes.
Right,
Or they'll be like, oh, he wrote this whenever he was in the studio and the engineer was smoking weed. It has so much cool shit.
Right, exactly.
I like that shit. But Genius.com.
And it's not a bad thing to say, like, oh, Lil Peep wasn't as big or as good as what people say. Because, like, I have an opinion on Drake. I'm not going to say, I'm not over here saying, like, fuck Drake, he's not the greatest of all time. Fuck Drake, he's a piece of shit.
Fuck Drake, he sells whatever he sells.
Yeah, he's a big dude. He's a big dude in the fucking rap game. But I'm not going to fucking talk shit on his game, on his clout and shit, you know? And when somebody that, like, that I've never seen have an opinion on rap and be like, this Eminem's a legend and fucking Lil Peep's not, like, you have no idea. You literally have no idea why you said that Lil Peep is a piece of shit compared to Eminem. I'm not saying that he is touchable to Eminem. I'm not saying that he's nowhere. Honestly, he's nowhere close to being Eminem's strength. But he is a legend in some generation.
Right.
It passed mine. It passed my generation, but it was behind me. Like, it was like right there. The next generation were like, there was kids listening to Lil Peep every fucking day, and they're like, this is the best fucking dude on my list right now. And I'm like, I don't see it, but his numbers fucking show it. And he passed away, and his numbers still fucking show it.
If you can generate interest, then that's better than profit,
X, man. Lil Peep, Juice WRLD, like, R.I.P. to those fucking dudes. But for somebody to be like, those weren't fucking legends. Those are not gonna be greatest of all times. You're fucking wrong, for sure.
Right.
For sure. You know, Drake's not a greatest of all time in my eyes, but he is definitely a greatest of all time in somebody's eyes. You know.
Yeah. You know what I think would be the greatest thing?
What?
Is like, for underground rapper anyway, is if our shit went viral. Like, let's say somebody steals our shit,
right,
and just distributes it wildly.
Yeah.
And then there's anticipation for a new one.
Right, for sure.
Like, I even said in one of my songs, I was like, steal this album and the new one.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. Dude, like System of a Down.
Yeah.
They had that album. It was like, steal this album. You know. I don't care how you get this thing. If you get it on, I mean, everybody has the internet and shit. But if you have to get it off fucking LimeWire, if you live in a place where LimeWire still exists, fucking do that shit. And what I want to do with this fucking podcast is I want people that are underground to the point where they want to be heard, and we're kind of up there in the fucking views and stuff, where we actually just like, here's their song. This is what it sounds like. This is where, like, it all started. Blah blah. And talk a little bit about themselves. You know what I'm saying? I don't we'll get into it like in later on to the podcast. But like the band or the rap group or band that I showed you, and they only have three videos on fucking YouTube right now. You know, and they popped up like maybe a few weeks ago, and they're fucking good. You know, and they have views on those videos. And I'm like, how the fuck do we get there? Where are these numbers at with what we're doing? You know what I'm saying? Right. And I want that, and I want people to grow with us. I want rappers, I want musicians, I want rock stars, I want all these different groups of people to grow with us. If you listen to country, if you play country, or you play rock, or you play rap, or whatever the fuck you do, send it off to our shit. We'll play it, and their views will increase. Because we talked about it.
Absolutely. And you've seen the views we got on this channel so far. I'm actually kind of surprised. It was like 20 views in the last one, or 40 or something like that.
And it's because I posted it on
hell yeah, man.
On Facebook, you know.
See, that shit helps.
It helps a little bit.
The internet isn't free, but like, sharing shit is free.
Yeah.
So that helps us out a lot. And if you guys, send your music or whatever, we'll distribute the hell out of it. We'll give you shout outs, man. Yeah. We'll help you out. We'll hook it up.
There's a girl that I went to school with, and she's doing makeup. You know, I don't give a fuck about makeup. I don't know what the fuck to do with makeup. You know, I don't do my fucking eyebrows and eyelashes and fucking lipstick or whatever. I don't do that shit. But I liked all of her pictures on Instagram because she made an Instagram makeup page or whatever, and I said, I don't do this shit, but I'm gonna support you, queen.
Right.
100%. You know, 100%, because like I feel like if you have a passion and if you have an idea, the people that you know. The people that you grew up with, the people that are by your side, 100% quotations on that, should be like, I'm going to share this shit. I'm going to share it.
Speaking of which,
I'm going to watch. Like, how hard would it be whenever you're asleep, how hard would it be if you fucking just clicked on the playlist of anybody's YouTube channel and put it on mute and fucking watched their whole shit the whole night? That's a view every time it loops.
Hell yeah.
That's a fucking view. You know what I'm saying? I know people that have blew up because of that shit, where they would put stuff on Spotify, and they have an iPad that they have or whatever, and it's sitting on a fucking counter charged up, and they press play, and that playlist keeps on rolling.
Yeah.
Every fucking week they get a view for every time.
The way YouTube works now, I don't think they've changed it, is like the first 300 views you get, you can literally refresh the page.
Yeah.
And it'll count. And then after 300, they have to actually physically click on the video.
Yeah.
And get it. But yeah, I mean, that's what we're talking about, Hell yeah.
Yeah, exactly. and I'm yes, I'm trying to bump up our views on YouTube and bump up our views on our website and stuff, but like I just want that to be known, where if you are hearing this and you are a musician or you are an artist and you have this hunger like me and LJ do and the whole Undeniable Misfortune crew does, just message us. We have our email out there, don't we?
Hell yeah,
on
we do.
YouTube.
Yep.
Fucking give us an email, send us a clip of your songs, or send us a fucking picture of your art, dude, and it'll be on this fucking podcast. It'll be on here. And you can ask us questions. You can fucking give us shout outs. Like if you want us to shout you out, we'll fucking do it. We'll post pictures on this fucking podcast. We'll listen to your music on here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want you to grow as much as I want to grow too.
Grow with us.
Grow with us. Grow the fuck up with us, you know? Anyway, I came into this podcast not knowing what the fuck to talk about, so I'm just like...
shit to talk about. I want to give a shout out to a homeboy of mine. His name is Ruben Gonzalez. This motherfucker makes music also. He does rock music, and he's lately gotten to, forgive me if I get it wrong, sort of like electronic DJ stuff, and he makes everything himself.
Really?
He also sings. He's caught a lot of shit from people because of his voice. I ain't the best singer either, so I'm giving this dude a shout out. He just made a music video.
No shit.
Yeah, and it's on YouTube. It's actually pretty dope. So, anyways, Alone in a Room is the name of the band.
Alone in a Room?
Alone in a Room.
Ooh, that sounds pretty dope.
Yeah, his name is Ruben Gonzalez. His band's name is Alone in a Room. So I'm going to put the links right here so you guys can check it out.
Hell yeah.
And judge for yourself whether you want to buy an album or not. And I highly recommend it because regardless of what the dude, sounds like, he's got heart, man. And I got to say, I have not seen this kind of drive since I started rapping.
Right.
And that's fucking amazing to me.
Right.
Hell, since I met you, dude. Like, fuck, was that like 4 years ago, 3 years ago?
Yeah, dude, fucking, when we started doing that Dear Anxiety album, like, I was here every fucking week for that shit.
In 15 minutes, you would throw together a track.
Yeah, and I was like,
motherfucker, man, we'll be done with this by the end of the day.
Dude, like, I'm so hungry for this shit, bro. I'm, like, literally hungry for this shit. Like, I don't want anything to screw up. Like,
absolutely.
Like, what did you say, 5 years ago we met each other?
I think so, yeah.
It was like 5 years ago we met each other, and it took till last year to say, it's time for me to nut up or shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had some shit in my life.
And nuts drop.
And then a lot of problems were happening, and I was just trying to keep on going and keep on moving, and there were some setbacks in my music career and all this stuff, and last year was just like, Braxton, like, if you're gonna fucking do this, bro, you're 25 years old. If you're gonna fucking do this shit, you gotta do it now. And like, I love my fucking friends to death. I love them to fucking death. But their drive for something like this is so hard to get them behind.
Right.
Because I'm like, dude, like, how old are you gonna be in 3 years? You're gonna be fucking 30, dude. And you're gonna be wanting to do music and stuff. Nobody's gonna fucking hear you. Like there is a age limit. I mean, I don't know if you know older fucking rappers that fucking like start up at like 52 or whatever, but I've never seen a rapper that's like at 45 being like, "Oh, I'm going to be a rapper now." Like, you don't see that shit, right? And there's like rare occasions. There's rare occasions where that shit happens. But like there's been podcasts where like, if you're gonna fucking do something like this big, you have to do it before you're 20 and like 27.
Because I'm fucking done, then I gotta retire.
No, not that, dude. It's like it's like you started at a young age and you have shit behind you.
Yeah, I started when I was 15.
If you're like 45 and you're gonna start an album, like, how hard that shit would be for a younger generation like us or you to fucking listen to their stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't vibe with it. They don't even know what the fuck TikTok is.
I don't know what TikTok is.
Yeah,
I do.
Well,
but anyway.
He doesn't know what TikTok is, but I don't know what a fucking 8-track player is, but he does.
I'm so old. I was able to see black and white when I was a kid. They didn't have color yet. They didn't invent color.
They didn't invent color.
Dirt didn't even exist yet.
Dirt wasn't made. Dinosaurs were still roaming the earth.
I get up so early, I see God on his way to work.
Oh shit, dude, God, dude. Speaking of fucking God, dude, I saw this thing that fucking blew my mind. So you have the Old Testament and the New Testament.
Right.
Have you ever done like a hard drug? Like a super hard drug?
The hardest drug I've ever done in my life is probably fucking, what they call it? It was like incense, smoking incense.
Oh,
I forgot what it's
Spice?
called. Spice.
K2 or whatever the fuck it's called.
What the fuck was it called? Pep.
Yeah, Pep's.
Pep.
Synthetic marijuana.
It basically made
synthetic
It
marijuana.
made my brain feel like it was burning, and that was it. I didn't get high.
Yeah, fucking. I smoked that before I smoked weed. We can get into that later. I'm not gonna. Maybe we'll talk about what kind of drugs we took on the podcast, but don't do drugs. Don't
fucking drugs.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Smoke weed every day.
Don't do drugs, especially Spice. I survived Spice. I wasn't a fiend or anything, but it almost turned me into one. Anyway,
fucks your lungs up, dude.
So there's a New Testament and an Old Testament, or there's an Old Testament and a New Testament, and there was this thing on TikTok where it was like, you know what an ego death is?
No.
So whenever you take like a really strong psychedelic like shrooms or LSD or DMT, you come back and you are completely wiped out. Like your personality is wiped. And sometimes people go through an ego death where they're like, I don't know who I am. I don't know what anything is. Is anything real or whatever? So they think, somebody was like, they think that when God made the New Testament, it's because he actually had an ego death in the middle of making the Old Testament to the New Testament. So it was like, Old Testament, I'm going to do fucking DMT. Oh shit, New Testament. Because he had an ego death and everything changed in his personality. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? That's actually a pretty cool idea.
I had this one thought at work last night because I was listening to our podcast from last week, and there's a part in it where I said that like the Bible is basically just stories that aren't true.
Right.
I thought, wait a minute, there's historical proof that the New Testament happened.
Right.
But not necessarily that the Old Testament happened.
Right. It was too old.
You know, and I was thinking about that. I was like, we can prove Jesus existed. We can prove that this shit happened. You know, the time that he existed. You know, with Caesar and shit like that. But like the Old Testament shit. Like, whenever you think of Noah,
right,
the flooding of the earth and the rainbow and shit,
right,
the thing that caught my attention was like, the earth was flooded at one point, but it was millions of fucking years ago. That's what formed, the Grand Canyon and stuff. And I was like, fuck, man. It's like probably why they didn't mention dinosaurs, because people weren't digging in the ground looking for them.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Definitely.
But I'm saying, like, like maybe the Old Testament was just like stories that people were all like, this will help you become less of an asshole.
Yeah, it'll be a better person. Like how we make morals of stories in our lives.
And then they were like, there's this dude that's fucking curing the blind and shit, man. Write a book.
It's crazy because, like...
Fucking crazy, man.
We don't know if that shit actually happened, but we also don't even know if it didn't happen.
True.
Didn't. I always think that like back then people actually had superpowers and shit, and we just like kind of like became askew and fucking blind to all of our shit that we have, our own strength mentally. Because we eat fucking processed food and the fucking water turns the frogs gay.
People used to live like up to like 400 years ago and shit.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like
what was his name? I think it was Abel. I think Abel or something.
Yeah. Adam lived to be like a fucking 400 years old or some shit like that.
Yeah, there was a guy in the Bible that was 999 years old.
What are we doing wrong?
How
long the Japanese live? Maybe we should all be vegetarians.
Well, that was one of one of Adam and Eve's consequences, was to live young or die young.
Die young.
Yeah, so
I want to get a tattoo one day, or maybe name an album that says "Live Fast, Die Slow."
Oh yeah, hell yeah! Live fast, die slow. Well, quote on City Morgue: "Life's short, death's long, so whatever." Yeah, it kind of like I was like, what the fuck? That's actually true. Life's short, death long, so whatever. What are you gonna fucking do? You're gonna die. It's gonna be eternal, forever.
There's a fucking Metallica quote where it was on Ride the Lightning.
Yeah.
The song Fight Fire with Fire.
Yeah.
The second verse, he goes, "Life is like a fuse, short and burning fast."
Dang.
I was like, oh my God, that's so fucking cool.
It's true, man. It's like...
That was the fucking song that got me into thrash metal.
We live so short. Our time here on Earth is so fucking short compared to our death.
You're dead. That's it.
If you don't,
born and dead,
and that's if you don't even believe in reincarnation. If you don't believe in reincarnation, then you're dead for fucking ever.
All right.
You're dead. You're dead when you die forever.
Unless you're a juggalo, then the Dark Carnival picks your ass up.
Like there's people that have been dead longer than I have been alive from this earth. And it's like fucking insane to think about, but it's true. I'm trying to get fucking morbid on this podcast, but it kind of opens your mind on like we were talking about. Like if you're gonna do something, let's get on the fucking horse and ride. Like, let's just do it, you know?
Here's a thought that I bet you never considered. There are people out there who are so old that they've forgotten more than you'll ever know.
That's fucking
wow, right? I was talking to my coworker Mark. He's a maintenance dude, and he used to work in the Air Force. He used to work on planes.
Yeah.
This motherfucker was like talking to me about jets one day and how they would work on the inside of them.
Right.
They would have to literally like take the outside apart, take the frame apart, and then get to the electronics or the frame or whatever, and then build it again. So he was like, I know more about this shit than you'll ever know in your life. Or like, I'll forget more than you'll ever know. And I was like, shit, man, that's crazy.
You want me to blow your fucking mind real quick?
Do it.
Little short story. There's a thing called dark matter.
I remember that.
If you know, anybody in this room know what dark matter is, raise your hand. We know what dark matter is. Oh. So dark matter is everything. Dark matter is the matter that is everything. Dark matter contains all matter. That's what dark matter is.
I thought dark matter was like the densest substance in the universe.
Dark matter is the absence of matter. That's what it is. Dark matter is the absence of all matter.
Antimatter?
No, that's antimatter is the so hard.
So dark matter is basically not matter.
Yeah, dark matter is not no matter. Antimatter, I don't even know if it's a real thing. I have to look it up. Is it?
No dark matter matters.
No dark matter matters. All right, but do you know what exotic matter is?
Pineapples and shit.
No, close. Exotic matter
is a black hole that's like yellow and orange and blue.
Close. Exotic matter is all matter. Every matter it is, right?
That's cool.
I got real deep. I had a fucking anxiety panic one fucking few months, and I got real deep into fucking time travel, and I was like, I want to know how we could time travel if it's possible, right? This guy created exotic matter with a atom splitter, right?
Right. And
this is in theory because it's no longer existing. But what happened was he found this type of matter that when I think it was dark matter and something else, I can't remember, right? This is all just fucking thoughts in my head. They hit, it created exotic matter, which lived to be like 0.0 fucking 13 times like 1/3 of a second. Like a super short period of time on this earth, right? He caught it on camera. He caught this shit on camera just barely, right? But the theory is the exotic matter that was created at that time, when he created it in that atom splitter, lived when the earth was created and died when the earth was destroyed.
So it's infinite.
Yeah, within that time frame, within the microsecond that it was that had survived on this earth that day, lived on this earth when the earth was created and got destroyed when the earth got destroyed.
Damn.
How fucking insane is that shit? And it was there for micros of seconds in our time. Like, what the fuck? How do you even like do the scientific mathematical equation on if that thing is, you know what I'm saying? Like, it makes no fucking sense to me.
Time travel doesn't make sense in general to me. I mean, I think it's a fucking awesome concept, but my theory on it is that it works like a shirt sleeve where you would fold the inside of it outward. So if you were to reverse time, basically you would fuck up the present as you're going backwards. So basically you would undo yourself going in the time machine.
I feel like
you would never go into,
right.
Like, it creates this weird paradox. Like, because how can two of you exist when only one of you can see out of that set of eyes? If you did use a time machine to go back in time, then would you be sitting in the time machine, or would you revert back to where you were at that time and you see you coming from the future?
Right.
What the fuck did I just say? Like,
you need to watch. There's a show on Netflix called Dark, and it is a foreign TV show. So it will be they talk. I think it's German. I think it's in German. But they have the subtitles, and it's about Chernobyl, and it's about like time travel.
I heard about Chernobyl.
And dude, it's fucking insane. Like what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like they make a good concept on what happens whenever you time travel that much, and what happens when your life, like everybody's life that was involved in all of that shit got fucked.
Damn.
Like fucked
Yeah,
up.
absolutely.
And it's like
it's gonna
crazy.
be radioactive for like 100,000 years.
Yeah, dude. There's no way.
Fucking crazy.
Don't let the government hear me, but I think the government fucking has time travel. All right.
Don't let the government hear you. You know that the government watches YouTube, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. So I believe that there's time travel there, and if I disappear, if I fucking die, you know who did it?
If this podcast ends up getting like taken off of YouTube and he no longer exists, I'll know why. Fucking government.
Yeah, he's fucking dead.
I'll fucking know why.
But we're gonna take a little quick break because our camera likes to eat the shit out of our battery. So give me a second.
Welcome back, Father Muckers.
It says that the thing's blinking, but we're at half battery, so it's not a big deal.
We're going till his battery's dead.
We're going till the battery dies, guys. Okay.
Suck it, government. Now, where were we? Oh, yeah, we were talking about time.
Yeah, we're talking about time travel and
stuff. I was
stuff.
talking about, I think that time is a construct. Like, I think time is the only thing that we truly invented.
Right.
Because we just needed a way to measure how long we've been waiting for something to happen.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Real. And I was watching this comedian one time. He was all saying, like, I think Jesus is amazing. Not because of his miracles or anything, but because we didn't invent time time wasn't invented until after he died. It's like, oh my God, he's dead. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Actually, I know why it's probably blinking.
Why?
I know why it's blinking because I don't think we
blaspheming.
don't have enough memory in the card.
I deleted some stuff.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, so
got
then
it backed up on the computer door.
I don't know why it's blinking. It's fuck it, whatever.
Being an asshole is what it's doing.
Dude, yeah, time is a construct that humans have created, and I don't know how long the Earth has been here. I feel like nobody knows how long the Earth has been like around.
Of course.
We made this thing. It was like, oh, it's been here this long and blah blah. But that's just our construct. We think that it's been here this long. Right. We don't have. It's a theory that it's been here this long.
Exactly. And a lot of the world theories, like it's been proven that like since the Big Bang, we've been moving farther and further away from the sun. And it was like, well, what's going to happen? Well, scientists at first they thought, well, maybe we'll reach a certain distance and then we'll all collide back into the center.
Right.
And they were like, nope, it looks like we're just going to be stretching on and on and on infinitely until we're out of the range of the sun where we can get heat and then we just freeze to death.
Yeah, we just freeze to death
that's what's going to happen.
Neptune. And
that's how the fucking world's going to end. We're just going to freeze to death. But the good news is it's not going to happen in your time or my time.
Good.
We'll be fucking dead as shit by the time it happens.
No. I think, like global warming and stuff, like the climate change, like I believe in climate change. I do not believe in global warming. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that the Earth is going to burn. I obviously do believe that there is a type of global warming, but I do believe that
Welcome again.
We're back. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Memory card malfunction, battery likes to get sucked dry. You know how it is.
But you know what this means? We get to spend more time together.
Spend more time.
Me and my nephew.
That's okay.
Kicking it.
We were talking about like time travel and it just got away from us. It's no big deal. I want to talk to you about this new group I found on fucking YouTube, dude.
I'm so excited. Go ahead, tell me. And I gotta tell you about this magazine I found.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You first.
Okay. So I try to find hidden gems. I try to find like things that are underground. I try to find, things that people don't listen to. I tend to like things that are obscure where people are like, what the fuck is this, Braxton? And I'm like, this is what I listen to. Well, fuck it, whatever.
For those who don't know, he is the authority on finding obscure shit.
Yeah.
This guy right here.
I am. I'm that dude. All right, look at this. Okay. Obscure. I just like shit. I just like weird shit. I like to listen to weird shit. One of my favorite weird shit Arthurs. What the fuck?
Arthurs?
Weird shit artists is Author and Punisher. And they're like he's like a music engineer that creates his own fucking instruments and he plays and it's just like so obscure. Like so weird shit. And it's so good. I like it. Anyway.
That's fucking dope.
They popped up on my like not recent, but like, on my timeline for YouTube where I watch what I usually watch, and they popped up one time. I was like, what the fuck is this? And I clicked on the song and I was like, this is crazy. I never heard of this before. And so I looked them up on YouTube, and they only had 2 songs on YouTube. And I was like, where else can I find only YouTube? Only YouTube. You can find them on Instagram. You can find them on Facebook, but they don't have any other link to listen to their songs other than YouTube. So I'm like, that's kind of weird. That's weird. So like, I listened to them, and this has been, the first song that I listened to has been on YouTube for a month. The second song has been here for 3 weeks. 4 weeks. And the third song has only been here for 17 hours.
17
Those are the
hours.
3 songs that are on here, right? They are called Paris, Texas. PARISTEXAS. Paris, Texas. Literally the town in the state of Texas. Paris, Texas.
Paris, Texas.
And the only way I can describe this group is it's 2. I don't know if they are brothers. I don't know if they're friends. I don't know if they're like cousins or whatever, or acquaintances. But they're 2 dudes that rap, but also have like this weird like small band vibe to it, where it's like a drum and a guitar and maybe a bass. And I think they do all their songs by themselves. I think all the instruments are made from them. I think they have no other side hustle or like maybe like a band or anything. I think that it's just them. One plays the drums while the other plays guitar or whatever. I don't know how they record, but I think it's just them 2 dudes and they make music. And the only way I can describe the sound is if fucking ASAP meets fucking Beastie Boys.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying? It's real like instrumentally, as in like a band, but also their flows are kind of like thuggish, gangster, fucking, I don't know how to explain it.
That reminds me, there was a duo I saw on Austin City Limits a while back.
Yeah.
It's 2 dudes. I just said duo. They're called Ghostland Observatory.
Okay.
Okay, so one member would play drums. The other dude would like do like some keyboard shit with like 2 synthesizers. Or they would switch, and one guy would be like singing and playing guitar, and the other dude would be playing the keyboard shit.
Really?
It's fucking insane. It was like really trippy and like psychedelic and shit.
Right.
It was awesome.
No shit. Hell yeah, man.
Actually made me happy.
So this is what we were talking about. We're talking about like people getting known and stuff. Like, dude, this guy, these 2 dudes have been on YouTube for only a month, and their first song that they posted has already 197,000 views on it.
Damn.
It's only been a month.
Nice.
You know, and like I said, three songs on YouTube, and you already have 197,000 views on it. I mean, that's a pretty big step. That's a
fucking
pretty
rad.
big move. Second song has 65,000. And the third song that's been here for 17 hours has 7.5 or 7,500 views.
What the fuck are we doing wrong?
What are we doing?
Those people are like, directions to get to Paris, Texas. Oh, look, there's a band. Let's check them out. Oh, shit, I was supposed to catch my flight 4 hours ago. Shit, all I've been doing is listening to Paris, Texas. Fuck.
Damn it. And the song that I showed you, a little while ago.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool. I dig it. But then their second song called Situations is completely different from, I should have showed you, but completely different from the sound. They're so off-putting. It's like, what are you trying to do, bud? What's going on? What are we doing? I feel it. I dig it. But what is this? Is this new? Is this a new thing? Or you know what I'm saying?
In the words of my nephew, I don't know about this shit, man. I'm kind of scared, man. What's going on, man?
What's going on, man? I don't know. What's going? Anyway, if you want to see, if you want to hear a new sound, if you want to, dig up something that's kind of cool, look up Paris, Texas. That is PARISTEXAS. Their first song, Heavy Metal. Second song, Situations. Third song, Force of Habit. They're pretty good. I dig them. I like them. So let me know. Let me know in the comments below.
Word, honky.
Anyway, but I just wanted to give a little shout out to them and shit. And I don't know, is there anything else you want to fucking rant about, chat about?
Yes, actually. Okay, so you probably know that there's a resurgence in the witchy beliefs.
Oh, right.
So anyways, my wife has lately been studying this, and she asked me to pick up this magazine that I found at work. It's called what is it called?
Just witches.
The truth behind the legends and lore. Witches. Inside the
Bum,
mysterious
bum.
world. I saw this at Walmart. It's $13.99, and she's like, "Get it," and I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
Fuck
So,
yeah.
anyways, this covers like the actual historical significance of witches. It talks about movie witches.
Salem witches.
This talks about like spells and shit like that. This also has this really cool section on the culture about witches today, what they do. There's green witches that like completely like believe in nature and stuff. There's Wiccan. There's like the whole
Wicca,
like
Wicca and paganism.
Yep, there's like the whole thing that like worships the sun, but like like follows astrology. This is all sorts of shit. There was witches against Trump. My favorite group so far.
Ooh, witches against Trump because fuck Trump. Anyway, I said we're not gonna get there. We're not gonna get to that point on this podcast. I'm just gonna say it. Fuck Trump. That's all.
We got Biden. He's Diet Trump, so we're good.
Diet Trump.
We're a little better than we used to
He's
be
Diet
for now.
Trump, the fuck.
And then there's Lucifer. No, I was kidding.
Like,
No, that says some statue of a satyr.
Oh, okay.
Satan. And they talk about pop culture portrayals.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff of fairy tales and legends. I'm not going to show you everything in the book because I want you to take your ass over to Walmart and buy this fucking book.
Knowledge.
This is actually
Knowledge
pretty rad.
yourselves.
This
Knowledge
is
yourselves about history.
a good way to educate yourself because whenever I first heard my wife was going to be a witch, I'm like, what?
You're like, excuse me?
But now I think it's fucking rad because, I mean, she's doing all sorts of cool stuff. She's got gardening. We're doing natural things around the house.
Yeah.
She's into plants. Well, she's always been into plants, but she's more
Herbalism.
into plants than ever. Witchcraft teaches a lot about, like, using... It's kind of like Native American stuff.
Yeah.
Using every part of whatever you use, you know?
Right.
And I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Recycling, giving back to the earth, and take back from the earth, you know?
Okay, so like
pretty rad.
so you're getting into that, right? You're getting into all that. So let's dig a little deeper. Do you believe in the whole like brujeria shit?
I believe
like
that
curses and hexes and fucking.
I've been
love
hexed,
spells.
but it didn't work. This
Oh,
girl,
yeah?
this girl hexed me, and
'Cause you're already
junior high.
hexed.
I don't know. I was cursed since birth. Well, anyways, she hexed me because I wouldn't stop picking on her or some shit. And she's like, "Yeah, your hair's gonna fall out. You're gonna die an early death." I'm like, I think that shit. Only,
I hope tomorrow.
with any religion, I think that things like that only work if you really, really believe in them. I think if both parties really believe in them, they work.
They work.
If only one side believes, it don't work. And if none of them believe in it and they're just saying it,
It won't work
it ain't
either.
gonna work.
Yeah,
By some mysterious
feel that.
chance, it might work.
it
you
might,
know?
depending.
Me and my nephew Christian, whenever we go on road trips, and this is probably gonna fucking be a hex on me or whatever. Hold on.
Let's step on wood.
Whenever we go to like out of town trips or whatever on the road, like, and we're passengers,
Yeah.
we'll loudly talk about how like it's gonna like. Can you imagine if this 18-wheeler just fucking rammed us off the road and we flipped six times?
Yeah, for sure.
It's kind of like whenever a performer is going on stage and someone says, "Hey, break a leg."
Oh,
Fuck
right.
you, man.
Right, fuck you. Or like, like I don't know if you do this, but like every time like I go past the cemetery, I do the fucking,
I do that too.
and just pay your respects and stuff like don't walk under a ladder or don't look into a broken mirror and shit like that. Like, I mean, some of that stuff is in the mental. Some of that stuff is like, okay, only if I look for it, only if I look for the bad luck that's gonna happen. But there are some things like I'm not gonna tell you here because it's not my story. But if you ever want to talk about some crazy shit, some scary fucking crazy stuff about that kind of thing, talk to Grim about it. Grim knows.
I also think that
Grim has a story.
I also believe that blessings can be curses.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
for example,
sure.
you look at, like, if you're a really good worker at your job, like a super fucking good worker, and they just lay somebody off for being a piece of shit and they throw you to do double duty.
Dude, yeah.
It sucks, but hey, you're good enough to handle
worker,
it.
so they're going to throw you to the fucking wolves.
Life don't throw you shit because you're weak. They throw you shit because you're strong and you can handle it.
Yeah. The person
that guy.
The person that I was teaching the route to, she was like, You made this route yourself? And I was like, yeah.
Drive like a fucking maniac.
I was like, I had to create this route myself because the person that did it before me was a piece of shit and didn't like leave me a fucking list. So I had to create the route by myself, and then my boss was like, "Hey, do you want to be like a manager for your district?" And I was like, yeah, sure, because I know that I'm a good worker. I'm there. they fucking respect me. I respect them. They know how good I am at this job. So like, you want to become a manager? And I was like, yeah, for sure. You know, did they expect me to? I felt like they expected me to know the odds and ends of this job. So when I did my taxes, I got fucked, dude. I got so fucked. I got fucked in the ass, dude. So bad on my taxes. And it was like, and then I was just sitting there. I was like, how the fuck? Why did I get into this mess? You know. But it's because, like you said, it's a blessing and a curse. Like blessings could be curses. They saw potential in me, and I saw it in myself. And then when the time comes to crunch, it was like, boy, you fucked up, dude. And I was like, damn, I fucked up a little bit. But at the same time, like, we're all good. Everything's fine. It's just like, if you are blessed with a job or blessed with family or blessed with a whole bunch of kids, like I could see the humor in saying like, oh, I'm blessed with like 9 children. That's fucking insane, dude.
Hell, even one child is amazing.
Yeah, one child is crazy enough. You know, I love my daughter, but like 2 of those, if another one came around, or 3 of them,
as long as they're not both in terrible twos, dude.
Oh yeah, dude. Well, Phoebe really didn't have terrible twos. It was weird. It was weird. She's never
turbulent threes.
I mean, she's had like tantrums and stuff, but like she never had like I'm gonna fuck everything up. You know, it was pretty cool, but. I could see that. Like, I believe personally, I do believe in shit like that where things like karma happen and you do bad comes to you. If you do good comes to you.
Yeah. I call it divine vengeance. Because if you think about it, I mean, like, the universe has a funny way of cleaning up after itself.
Right,
like,
right.
I hear serial killer stories all the time where, like, this guy lures a woman into his fucking car and then murders her and butchers her and fucking throws her in a body bag dumpster or whatever.
Right.
And then fucking, you know, they check the dumpsters and find out it was from his block, and this motherfucker gets busted for it. I'm like,
yeah, you fucking.
And like they were gonna give him death, and then like one of his family members is like, no, I want him to serve life because I don't want him to die, and he's like, fuck, now I gotta live forever in your fucking cell,
dude.
That's what you get.
Speaking of fucking shows like that or movies like that, fucking. Have you watched the movie Lovely Bones?
No.
Spoiler alert. So you know, spoiler alert. We're gonna talk about Lovely Bones. If you never watched it, you should.
You're spoiling it for me too, motherfucker.
Well, I'm not gonna spoil it too bad for you, but
unplug my shit now.
Something happens to a girl, and she dies. Something happens to a girl and she dies. The whole story is about trying to figure out what happened to her.
I think that sounds familiar. Maybe I've seen it.
Yeah. It's about a well I'm not gonna if you've seen it then you've seen it, but I'm not gonna ruin it for you. Something happens to a little girl and she dies, and you are her in the movie. You are her, so you obviously know that she's dead because she's in like a limbo type of thing, and then these other people start coming to light while she's there, and the stories connect where it's like this happened to me too, Wow. And it tells a little bit of their stories and stuff like that. At the end, okay, so the people, like her parents and stuff, end up finding out what had happened to her and who did it, right? The story ends up, nobody finds her. Kind of a sad ending where nobody finds her. It's kind of like a dead fucking cold case or whatever.
Yeah.
At the very end, something happens at a diner. And there's a girl, and she's like, no, fucking leave me alone. And the guy that was involved fucking trips and falls on a cliff and fucking dies. Karma's a bitch.
Huh.
Crazy. And when that happened, it was years. You can tell because like they did, like how they did his makeup and stuff. He looked older from whenever he was involved in that story.
Yeah. He
was older and shit. So like it had to have been like 20, 30 years in the future, right?
Damn.
So he falls on the cliff and he fucking dies, and just karma. You do bad shit. It doesn't have to be tomorrow or next week. It could be years from now when that shit fucking hits your fan and you're fucked.
Yeah, like RoboCop, you just fucking murder a police officer, and then he comes back from the dead reincarnated as a fucking killing machine and ices your entire gang.
Yep.
You know what else fucking I was thinking of whenever you were talking about that? Remember the movie Ghost with Patrick Swayze? The way that most of the bad guys die in that movie is like accidents.
Yeah.
It's like he chases one dude out in the street and he gets fucking sandwiched with cars. The very last dude, he's throwing this giant hook in some arbitrary direction trying to hit the ghost. Misses, it swings back, breaks this fucking window and creates like a spike. He tries to climb out the window and fucking karma, dude.
Karma's a bitch. Karma's a bitch. And I know that firsthand, You Absolutely. Do, like, I've done bad. I've gotten karma back.
Karma's
I've done good.
Kicked my
I've
ass
also got
many
karma
times.
back, And you kind of learn your lesson and shit, but whatever, dog. What the fuck ever? Where are we at?
What time is it,
Where
dude?
we at? Where we at, bro?
Oh my God, we ran real long on this one. No, not really. 11:11.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me post some songs up on here. Let me see what I got. Bro.
Some Post Malone. What do you think of Post Malone?
What do I think about him?
Yeah.
I fucking love that guy.
That's cool.
What about you?
I haven't heard his music, but
Really?
he looks like a fucking bum.
He does look like a hobo.
Actually, there's one rapper I have to complain about.
What is it?
All right, so I got kicked out of a bunch of fan groups for this dude because I didn't like his music.
Oh, here we go.
Fucking fans
Here
take
we
everything bad, like they're obsessed over shit.
Right.
So Zero, Z-RO.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I like this guy. He doesn't suck. I'll say it. I thought he was okay, but I couldn't listen to very many of his songs because I asked people, what do you think his best song is?
Right,
I want to get into him. Then they gave me like a whole list, like a fucking list of suggestions. Dude, all these songs are good. And then they were like, pretty much everything is good. I'm like, okay, well, anyways. So I listened to it, and I didn't really dig it as much as they did.
Right.
They were fucking rabid. And then one dude, no joke, rides his dick and goes, all these other rappers suck, man. Tupac, Biggie, fuck them. It's all about Zero. This dude is a legend, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, you're shitting on people who actually can rap good and who have been killed and have a resounding legacy. If someone kills Zero tomorrow, nobody's going to give a fuck.
Yeah, nobody's going to care.
Sorry, the only ones who are going to care are Zero fans.
Right. Well, it's just like we were talking about in the beginning, like, it's somebody's legend.
Yeah.
But once you start talking shit, once you start talking about who's not legend compared to them, you're like, dude, like, you have no idea.
It transcends record sales.
Yeah.
It transcends, this is my favorite rapper. These are people who are going to be, talked about, in the sense of a grander scope for decades.
Right.
We're talking about like Snoop Dogg, motherfucking Tupac, Biggie, maybe Eminem. But then you got rappers like Zero. Who?
Yeah, who? Well, and also it's like if you come up to and like I say fuck Drake because I don't like Drake. I just don't like him. I don't like Drake. But I'm not saying that he's not a legend, right?
Drake's probably gonna be one that they don't talk about. For
I don't not like Eminem, but he's not my favorite rapper, and that's okay. You have your own opinions on rappers and stuff. That's totally fine. It's whenever you start saying like fuck that guy, he's not a fucking legend. He shouldn't be on a list. He shouldn't be. He's actually lower than these fucking people that are on your opinionated list. It's like, dude, like you have no fucking idea.
Why is Lil Yachty on a cereal box, motherfucker?
Sell out.
Little kids should
Sell
not
outs.
know about mumble rap or
outs.
Lil Yachty. Fucking A.
Anyway, do you think it would be a good time to cut off?
Yes, but first of all, I want to say something.
Okay.
You and me need one of these days?
What?
We need action figures.
We do. If there's anybody that makes action figures, like if that's like their Etsy account, or if they make action figures as like a hobby or a job or whatever,
I'll make dolls of
we're
us
looking
or
for
whatever.
them. We're looking for some action figures for the whole Undeniable Misfortune group. So if you see this out of the fucking whim, if you see this shit and you're like, oh, I actually make action figures for a living, you got us. All right. You know what? I might just go look it up. I might go look up.
I think there's a place where you can actually custom make action figures.
I'm gonna see how much that shit would work. Like how much that shit would be to do.
Dope, huh?
That'd be sick. Having like little action figures of just like we can sell them on like fucking Patreon or whatever.
Or do like a big ass giveaway if they're really expensive and just give one away.
Oh, that'd be sick,
that'd
dude.
Be real
that'd
sick.
Be write that shit down. That's a good idea. That'd be kind of cool, man. But Yeah, this is the end of number 6. This is the end of number 6 of MOSHCAST.
Return to the MOSHCAST.
Return to the MOSHCAST with LJ and Cy. You
Tune
know
in
me.
next week whenever Disney buys the rights to our franchise and we end up releasing a sequel
Look,
trilogy.
whenever somebody gives us a penny, we're selling the fuck out. That's all we're doing. We're selling the fuck out, guys. So be prepared for that. So you know me. I'm Almighty Cy. You can find me on Facebook, Braxton Upton, BRAXTON, UPTON. You can find me on Facebook, Almighty Cy, SIGH. I'm right there. Instagram, BRAC, BRAC_BRAC, Almighty Cy. You know who it is. That's who I am. If you found us on YouTube, go on our website, undeniablemisfortune.com. You can get our podcast, all of our fucking merch, all of our fucking new music that we fucking do. It's a fucking badass place to be. If you found us on our website, just go on our fucking YouTube and give us a like, give us a subscription, give us a comment. You know, let us know what the fuck we are doing and what we're not doing. Email us and give us fucking ideas. If you are an artist or a musician, like I said, fucking give us something we can fucking use. I'm playing fucking 9mm shit right now. Tim Rec, Rodelez, you know, all LJ's beats and shit. We just fucking throw out everything. So
absolutely.
If you fucking want to be on this shit and you want to be a part of this fucking cast, let us know.
Alone in a Room.
Check
out Alone in a Room.
Alone in the Room. LJ, what's your shit, bro?
Lowdown, youtube.com/LODOWN505. Also got Instagram channel thingy. Sorry, I'm like still running on fumes. Snap. Was it my Instagram? My Snapchat. I'll put the shit below because I can't remember what it is right now. And we're blinking right now. So that's it for this week's podcast. Tune in next week whenever we cover more shit.
Goodies falling from that pedestal, they rose him to.
This right here is Grip D. Bars. We'll see y'all later next week. See ya, bitches.
Find a route, he planned out.